Hello everyone, Beard Reads Books here. Now for this little video I'm not doing a book review, I'm just doing a little video on some books that I've purchased today. Now my wife and we're currently at the start of a holiday in Liverpool, and as we're walking up one of the streets, Bold Street in Liverpool, we went past this one bookshop. It was called News from Nowhere if I remember rightly, and it looked a really interesting bookshop. So we went in and I ended up buying 3 books. And the first one, it's Metro 2033. It's a Russian author. I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Dmitry Glukovsky. I've probably done a terrible job of pronouncing that. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I've been working my way through the Watch series by Sergei Lukyanenko, a Russian author. So when I saw this, another Russian book that's been translated into English, I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. I mean, I've read the blurb and it sounded an interesting book. It's looking at the blurb, it's basically where the world's been reduced to rubble. I think there's been a nuclear catastrophe or something, and there's some survivors. They're living in the Moscow metro system and all the rest. And like I said, it gripped me, and I've been enjoying the Watch series books by Sergei Lukyanenko. So I thought, I like Russian novels that have been translated into English. I'll give this one a try. And I must admit, after buying this one, I did see that it's got a couple of sequels to it. So if I enjoy this one, I'll get my hands on those other 2. And that. So yeah, look, keep your eyes open for when I eventually get round to doing a review on this book. Second book I bought, The Leveller's Revolution. And it's basically, I'm just going to read that top blurb bit. The gripping story of the radical movement at the heart of the English Revolution. So it's the Levellers. There was some kind of radical movement in the sort of 1640s. As you'll know from one of my other review books, I've just recently read a historical book on the Battle of Agincourt. Really enjoyed that, and it motivated me to sort of read a bit more about history. And when I saw this, a bit of a chunky book, but I thought, the Levellers, I know nothing about them, know nothing about the Leveller Revolution. So I thought, yeah, bit of an impulse purchase, but I'm going to get it, read it, and I mean, flicking through it, it looks like it could potentially be an easy read. Could potentially be a dry read. I don't know yet, but I'm going to give it a go and see how I get on with it. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. Now the third book I got is this one, The Great Post Office Scandal. Now, I don't know if any of you are particularly aware of what was going on with the whole post office scandal. Basically what it was, there was some computer software that was being used by the post office, a bit faulty, which ended up with a whole load of sub postmasters being falsely accused of fraud and all the rest. And it finally came out that, at the time, post office denying there was any problem. They were saying, oh, these sub postmasters, they frauded and all the rest. And it finally came out that actually these sub postmasters had done nothing wrong. There was a problem with the computer software, and all these sub postmasters, they've finally been found innocent. And this book is all about sort of the story of basically it delves into sort of kind of what went wrong and gives an account of how the situation evolved, how sort of the sub postmasters went to court to clear the names. Now they got the names cleared. So, like I said, at the time when this was in the news, I didn't really follow it all that much. So when I saw this book, I mean, I was buying the other two books from this bookshop. So and I thought, when I saw this, I thought, well, I'll get this one as well, read it, so I can know a bit more about actually what went on. So learn a bit more about sort of the story behind sort of a bit of current affair. So yeah, so these three books, like I said, a bit of an impulse purchase, but I reckon I'm gonna enjoy reading through them. So at some point in the near future, well, as soon as I can get round to reading through them, I'll be doing book reviews on them. So keep your eyes open for book reviews on these at some point in the future. Guys, thank you for watching. And guys, if you've made any book purchases recently, feel free to comment and let me know what you've been buying and what you've got on your sort of list of books to read and all the rest. I'm always happy to know what you guys have been buying and reading and all the rest, so feel free to comment. Anyway, thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next vid, and in the meantime, stay safe.